I just left the theater. And that ending? Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the Warrens' world, this might just be the most emotionally potent and legitimately scary Conjuring movie yet. Stay with me, because I've got every non-spoiler detail you need to know before you decide if The Conjuring Last Rites deserves a spot on your must-watch list. Believe me, I believe it's worth the watch, but let's dive down and break this movie down for you. This is the final cinematic chapter of Phase 1 for Ed and Lorraine Warren, played once more by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. If these characters have meant something to you since 2013, this is their farewell. It's also set against one of their most infamous real-life cases, the Smurl haunting in 1986 Pennsylvania. As all previous movies, they do a great job of recreating the 80s. The look and feel is great. Michael Chavez, the director behind the last few films in the series, could have gone full-scale demon throwdown. Instead, he opted for something quieter, more personal, drawing from Logan instead of Endgame, focusing on the Warrens' emotional arc over epic battles. He really dives into the personal issues going on in the Warren family amidst the haunting case they have been drawn into. It gives a more intimate setting for the Warrens than in previous films, but does not lose the feeling you all will get from a Conjuring movie. He gives it space to provide its farewell in an intimate way while preserving the vibes of the Conjuring world. The film opens in 1986 with Ed in declining health and the Warrens considering retirement. But when the Smurl's duplex in West Pittston starts experiencing horrifying phenomena, physical attacks, strange smells, disturbing manifestations, they're drawn back in. It's a complex case that causes the Warrens to return and deal with the sinister forces plaguing the family. Their daughter Judy, now an adult, played by Mia Tomlinson, joins them in the case, not just as an investigator, but as someone who's developing her own psychic sensitivities. These abilities are very much like her mother, but Judy is not quite comfortable with these abilities, and Lorraine senses this and is trying to figure out how best to mentor her daughter without adding more strain to the relationship, which, that in itself also brings a new look to the family dynamic, with having their daughter in the mix and the relationship between mother and daughter who share similar talents and whose family issues have caused a strain on the family. We also get flashbacks to a younger Ed and Lorraine, played not via CGI but by Madison Lawler and Orion Smith. That casting was actually chosen at Farmiga's suggestion, and honestly, these scenes add genuine emotional texture. We get to see the younger versions of the Warrens and how it contributes to the plot, and in my opinion, they did a great job. I would absolutely love to see prequels with these two actors portraying earlier cases. The flashback really connects the story to what is happening in the Smurl's home and how the past really catches up to you. Critics are calling it haunting and heartfelt. Courtney Howard hailed it as, quote, the scariest and most emotional chapter in the series. Megan Navarro praised the added depth and heart. Perry Nemiroff said Wilson and Farmiga remain some of the very best casting of all time. And Screen Rant's Tatiana Hollander calls it a gripping blend of horror and family drama. Yet not every review is, glowing. Some folks actually found it underwhelming or just a bit too rooted in those familiar haunted house beats. But even critics who had some reservations admitted that Wilson and Farmiga's chemistry is honestly unwavering. I really have to agree with this critic. Wilson and Farmiga have incredible chemistry, and they're absolutely the heart and soul of this franchise. Fans online are definitely echoing that emotional resonance. One Redditor said, "Definitely better than Devil Made Me Do It, and cool how it was focused on the daughter's relationship with Lorraine." Another, Tessa Smith, called it worthy and the perfect ending, and she praised the scares, the family dynamics, plus all those Easter eggs sprinkled across the franchise. So this film isn't about jump-at-you scares so much as, that creeping dread grounded in grief, legacy, and the bonds of family. Themes of mortality, faith, and closure are really stitched throughout. The production design and score work subtly, but honestly, super effectively to underwrite that emotional weight. Pace-wise, take a breath. That rising tension doesn't rush. The first two acts build slowly, with human moments definitely outweighing horror tropes, until a more intense third act really pushes through. If you're expecting classic Conjuring adrenaline, it might feel a little muted, but that's totally by design. So here's my take. The Conjuring Last Rites is not just another scary movie. It's a heartfelt farewell that really leans into legacy and humanity. If you came for emotional weight and, a farewell to Ed and Lorraine, you're in for something powerful. If you crave high-octane horror spectacle, be ready for a slower burn, but one that absolutely packs a punch. I really love this franchise, and honestly, I'm sad to see that this will be the last that we see of the Warrens, in this iteration. I give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie, just like all the others in this franchise. Thanks for watching this non-spoiler deep dive into The Conjuring Last Rites. I'm curious, will you be waiting in line opening night or watching from home later? And also, what do you think of this final chapter in the very successful franchise? Did you love it or you didn't? I really would like to know your opinion of this final entry and the franchise as a whole. Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, hit the like button and subscribe for more reviews with heart and other content that we offer in our channel. I'll see you after your nightmares settle. Have fun at the movies.